day one of troubleshooting this S13.
This is Steven's car. He brought it into us. It has some misfiring issues under load or higher RPMs, and it's just, there's no drivability in it right now. So, interesting thing about this car is it used to be single overhead cam, automatic, and now it's dual overhead cam, 5-speed, swap out of an S14. The previous people that did the swap kind of worked on it, couldn't get it running right, and now it's in my shop, and I got to go through everything that they did, check everything, see if it's like the right ECU for the swap, see if they use the right sensors, figure out why it's not drivable. There's just like so much stuff to go over. I think what I'm going to do is just kind of time-lapse everything, and we'll see how it goes. This one I took the fender off. Like, the wire in there is all chewed up. One of them isn't even connected. That's the main power wire for a lot of things. Probably why the dash isn't working. I'm going to go ahead and repair that and see how it goes. So it looks like what they did was they cut a hole here, because the loom usually runs up across the side here, I'm guessing. But what happens, or actually probably along here on this bottom edge, but what happens when you're lowered, you rub and eats through your wiring. So they moved it, but they didn't put any loom around it, any tape. Left this hole all jagged and sharp. So yeah, we're gonna have to fix some wires and kind of go from there. What we ended up finding out was there was a short in the MAF wiring on his harness. So what I ended up doing is cutting the MAF connector right there, running and cutting the MAF wire at the ECU, and then just running a wire between these two to the ECU and just testing it out, and that got rid of the limp mode, got rid of the MAF error on the ECU. So it kind of runs like normal. It still doesn't seem 100% right. We're gonna have to do a timing on it, but also he had the wrong cluster. He had a K24E cluster, single overhead cam, and he needed a DE cluster, dual overhead cam, to show the correct RPM signal. So once we get that in, we'll go ahead and get a timing light. We'll time the motor, throw in some fresh plugs. We might throw in a gallon or two of fresh gas too, because I don't know how long this thing's been sitting. So here's the plan. Leave the chassis body harness. I'm gonna make him a new headlight harness. Here's his spare engine harness. So I'm gonna clean that up and then swap it out. I think it looks way better. Yeah, it's all inside the cabin. But like, that is in the engine bay. Goes with that. Got my injector looms. Way better. Alright, we got the old harness almost out. We got it over by the firewall. So, start pulling it on this side, and you take the glove box out. So glove box is pretty easy. It was just 2 screws down here on the bottom. And then glove box kind of lifted out. And then this ECU was already out, so not really that difficult, I don't think. The only other issue is like on this harness, you have this going up into the glove box. And there's also another white connector. Let's see if we can see it. That white connector that's disconnected there, that was a pain to get out. There's the old spark plug, NGK iridiums. Here's the new spark plugs, NGK V-power coppers. These are good for newer cars, not so much older cars. So there is a smoke machine, got the machine hooked up, and now we press the button and see if any smoke comes out. Give it more smoke. Oh, so you see a little bit of smoke here. Where's that coming from? I found it. It's right there. So they have this plastic cap on the bottom side of this intake. Got the headlights almost back in, got everything aligned with the hood and the fenders. Now just waiting on fender braces because we still got this going on. Wobbly boys. And doing a little bit of body work on his bumper here. This part was all scraped off because the bumper fell off, so we're building this back up. Finally got it wired up. So when the headlights are on, the turn signal running light is on. And now when I have it, it blinks. When I turn on the blinkers, they blink. Time to fix one of the most annoying things I've seen since I've worked on this car. It is these vacuum hoses. It's a socket in there, but it's blocked off somehow. It's weird, I know. Alright, got all the body lines lined up, matching. Check it out. So this is a B-wave wing, and this is like a prime example of why you should buy authentic aero versus something that's a knockoff or just a cheap fiberglass version. So it's not even bolted down, but you can see like the body lines are great. Super smooth. There's a little nick there that I'm touching up, but honestly, like 30 minutes worth of work and then it's ready to paint versus something else where I'd have to spend hours getting the gaps right, building it up with filler, block sanding it.